Hey guys, this is Mauisnake, bringing you the first episode in my new series, How Stewie2K Plays. So today's episode is going to be focused on Cobble, and each episode is going to be focused on a different map. I'm going to be showing you guys the CT side and T side of Stewie's game, and I'm going to be showing you early round setups, late round decision making, and just how Stewie plays the game a little differently than the rest of us. So hope you enjoy. So this is a real typical setup for Stewie. He'll boost his teammate up towards tree, and now he'll play towards this kind of pizza or rock area. He has a nade ready in case there's any kind of rush coming towards him at B, but that's really all he's waiting for. He's also listening to make sure that he can hear anything. He doesn't hear anything in the beginning, so he gets set up for any kind of like counter A play. As soon as he hears the flash, he uses a Molotov to molly the bottom of a broken wall, and he throws all of his nade set towards the platform. T's aren't really wanting to push that smoke, even though they did clear the stairs with that Molotov. And now all Stewie has to do is hold the broken wall smoke. And he gets a nice and easy double kill there that ends up getting him just a nice entry to pretty much start the round there. Stewie is actually most successful at defending B when he's using an op. He favors playing around the statue area. This offers him a lot of nice long-range engagements where he can consistently just peek out, take a single shot, get a kill, and fall back. As he holds against G2 here, G2 members are just forced to face him as they're trying to get into the bomb site. And Stewie, using quick thinking and quick positioning, quick movement too, he's able to get a really quick 3K there. The option to wide peek that smoke there, as opposed to holding on the right side, is kind of a gamble, but it's when you really trust yourself to hit the flick first of all, and also to be able to assume that the first guy is going to be jumping through the smoke. It's a real sign that he's a veteran opper for that spot. This shows another way that Stewie can use his op aggressively. One of the ways that he likes to play is actually on the stairs of platform. And what he does in the mid-round is he'll smoke off the entrance to this area with that smoke that he threw over the wall, and then he'll molly the left side. As he does this, he clears on top of that boost right there. This makes sure that he has the plat control, and he can do this with his own nade set. He doesn't need any real assistance to do all of this. Now he'll just post himself up on the platform, and he just waits for anyone to walk into his crosshair. He actually plays an interesting angle here towards the broken wall, and as he does, he spots Fur. He's still able to switch quickly to start watching platform again, and as Taco throws a flash out, Fallen posts up on his angle and is able to take Stewie out. I found this to be kind of a hybrid round. Stewie tries to make the same aggressive play yet again against SK, but is mollied off of his spot. He now moves towards Statue, his most successful spot, and then throws a smoke to help Nothing out. If anyone wants to push now, they have to run through his smoke. Nothing gets traded out. Now it's up to Stewie to watch E-Box and platform. He catches Fur as he jumps down onto the site, and now using his favorite jump peek, he's able to actually take down Coldzera. And knowing that Fallen is on the ground as well, throws a flash to try to flash Fallen, and he peeks just right with it perfectly. It's another nice 3K on the bomb site. On match point, Stewie decides to take matters into his own hands once again, as he uses an ump to get aggressive positioning, and his common nade set here where he throws the smoke for the plat entrance and then a molly to try to flush anyone out of the corner here, and he pushes right against his own smoke. Notice he has an ump here and not a rifle. The ump, since the nerf, has been significantly worse at killing people at longer ranges, so it's really important to get up close and personal with it. So he posts up on his own smoke, and he's able to get a kill on God B here. He actually gets the bomb and a ton of information. Instead of deciding to just run across there, potentially get traded, he throws a flash to get himself out, and he's actually able to escape here. That kind of information and advantage really helps his team and himself actually play the round out a little better going forward. So now with a man advantage, Stewie just likes to get into this little cubby here, and he just is pretty much just playing a one and done. But as he begins to notice that the enemies and big in this case, are moving towards the A bomb site, he's going to decide to push forward instead of rotating through the typical connector area, which ends up giving you a lot more long-range engagements than you'd hope for, whereas a flank can give you a nice up-close and personal duel. So he goes through water here, and he actually gets spotted out by Kiev quickly, and instead of taking that pretty much 50-50 engagement, probably even worse than that, he decides to go through slope. He eyeballs a smoke to smoke off Kiev there, and just pushes up the bomb site with it. He knows Kiev has to push the smoke eventually, so begins to hold it for just a second, and now he knows where the last guy is, and he finds the trade after Shroud is taken out. So that's the CT side for Stewie, though. Stewie's typical spot on defaults on T side is towards the A bomb site. He really likes moving up slope, and he's actually incredibly skilled at it. Right here, his teammates are throwing smokes for him. Stewie has no utility here, and they're waiting for a split for the A bomb site. Shroud and Automatic are towards connector right now, and they're basically just trying to get through drop and help pinch this bomb site. Stewie is making his way through water right now, just kind of clearing all the angles, and he's just pretty much just waiting for the strat to really unfold here. So, making his way up slope, checks the boost spot, and just kind of hangs out still in this water position. Clears slope, and as Automatic begins to strike, he then decides to make his own move. Automatic gets contact with a guy at murder hole. Stewie finds the trade, and instead of just moving up towards the bomb site, he actually decides to take matters into his own hands and moves right through murder hole himself and gets a flank on 2 of the members of Big here. Knowing that the last member is probably coming from B, he could have decided to take that engagement with Tapson, but instead decides better than that, and now plays a crossfire with himself and Skadoodle. This makes the round much easier. There's very little chance of Tapson actually bringing this round back if him and Skadoodle are able to play it right, and that's just what happens. Skadoodle takes Tapson out with a nice headshot, and that's the round. But Stewie's ability to read the situation and move through murder hole there is able to get them 2 important kills that help them secure that one. So this is an example of a really typical B exec coming out of Cloud9. It's really simple and just kind of on the fly. They don't use all of their nades here or anything, but throwing just a couple smokes and a few flashbangs, they're able to get out. And Stewie's the 3rd man in on this kind of hit. As he runs out, he knows where Phelps is already, and then he gets a nice kill onto Coldzera as well, with a pretty nice flick shot there. And now he's supposed to be covering the plant for Skadoodle, and as he's spamming the smoke, he hears Fur running up, or Skadoodle's able to call it, and what Stewie does here in this post plant is much different than I think most people would be playing this, and it's definitely worth noting. Instead of moving farther back onto the plat, he gets mollied and now plays the square position right by sidewalk. And instead of even hanging out there, he moves even farther forward and gets right in the face of Taco, who has an op. And notice how Stewie chooses his battles. He doesn't commit to one side of the square, he keeps moving on the left side and the right side. After getting the kill on Taco, he doesn't even commit to that left side there, he moves back to the right side to kill Fallen and secure the ace and secure the round. Okay, so this was shaping up to be a typical round, like shown before, where Cloud9 go for some kind of B hit. But as Shox is able to get a kill early in the round, Stewie decides that they maybe shouldn't go just straight into the B exec. So what Stewie does here is actually really interesting. Instead of trying to fight through Dragon Lore, which is the normal way people would go to try to get back towards this A bomb site, he actually goes all the way around to Rapunzel or Tower or whatever you want to really call this spot to check what my team and I call the flusha spot. This spot right here is a common spot where people at long will aggress to so that they can watch where T's, whether or not they are moving to A. It gives you a really early forewarning as if terrorists are going to be pushing towards the A bomb site, and then you can rotate the rest of your team towards B. It really helps stack the B bomb site, and it really helps you get fast rotations for the A hits. So Stewie checks that instead, and now they just go into a re-exec towards B because they know that the rest of the G2 members wouldn't have any kind of forward positioning because the rest of his team was watching the Dragon Lore spot. So he starts to move out towards the bomb site, and he throws his full nade set, and he's actually the entry fragger here. So as he entries, notice how he like really tightly jiggles all these angles. Two people just shot separate shots at him, but no one was actually able to really kill him, and Stewie actually wasn't able to kill him either. And his mastery around working on the bomb site is really apparent here. He ends up just posting himself up in a spot where most people would be uncomfortable on the front side of the statue, and then he ends up just planting the bomb, and he actually gets no kills there, but he actually creates a ton of space for his team. And just a really impressive entry job from Stewie, and a really impressive mid-round decision from him as well. So this is a really fast strat coming out of Cloud9 here. Stewie called for a really fast hit against Big, and this leads to one of the most Stewie rounds you can hope for. With this wall of smokes right here, he knows that the members of Big are going to be right behind it. He holds the smoke for Tapson, and then decides to make the typical Stewie play, flashing through the smoke and getting a nice 3K, completely ending the chances of Big retaking this bomb site. So this is an interesting round where Cloud9 elected to go for a really fast A play, and because Skadoodle had the best spawn, they decided to switch the op and the rifle, so Stewie actually ended up with the op here. He has the bomb, and he has to actually get up onto the bomb site. But the way he decides to play it after planting the bomb is both risky, but also rewarding. Deciding to get off of the bomb site after just quickly checking the door position gives him a much better chance to win this round out in a 2v3 situation. Because big are taking so long, the alarms are ringing in Stewie's head, saying, there probably is a guy flanking, and he's right there. As Gabi takes out Jordan, Stewie then gets a trade kill, and now with some quick movement and jumping over the wooden wall here, he's actually able to win the 1v3 there. Pretty impressive round. Hey guys, I just wanted to show you some of the nades that Stewie likes to throw when he's at the B bomb site. Some of them might not be familiar to everyone. So the smoke that he likes to throw when he does his little aggressive platform play is right at the top of this window right here. So you're kind of aiming for this little notch on the window, kind of like looks like a bolt, and you put yourself right into the platform right here. So just like that. And that'll land right at the entrance of plat right there. And the molly he throws with it. So he throws the smoke, then he throws a molly where he just runs up basically, kind of aims at this like flowery kind of part of the banner, and this mollies the entire section over there, the little cubby. The smoke that he throws when he's on plat, but he wants to smoke off plat, is basically he just moves to the right side of the statue, and he just kind of aims right at that little corner right there. And that'll give you pretty much a perfect smoke for just the entrance of plat. If you want to be a little better, maybe you just do a little walk step with it. But yeah, that'll usually cover the front entrance of plat. That's pretty much it though, guys. So hope you enjoyed watching this. I'm going to be coming out with more episodes of this for different maps and what Stewie does on those as well. So subscribe, like, comment if you want. Hope you enjoyed. Thanks.